Okay, y'all, welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley Marie, and in this video I'm going to talk about my clinical experience and give you guys some advice. If you haven't yet, check out my video about adult health, wherever I put it, right? I gave you guys advice about what to focus on in adult health, and check that video out. Alright, y'all, so with this video I just wanted to start off by saying congratulations to my big sissy. She got her psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner degree, license as well. She passed her test, so I wanted to give a shout out to her because that is a big deal. That is my #1 supporter. That's my big sis. That's big sis. She's now a big MP, y'all. So leave her some comments below. Tell her congratulations, y'all. I'm telling you, the journey was long, but she's here and she's an inspiration to all of us, especially to me, that you can keep going. Keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Cry and get up. Keep going. Obstacles, jump over it, keep going. So that's all I have to say about that. So y'all, as you know, I made it to adult health 1. Well, now I'm in adult health 2 and I finished, but I just got done with adult health 1. And I also did fundamentals. So I'm going to talk about those two combined because I had somebody comment below and say that they would like me to expand on it. So I'm going to give you guys what you asked for, and I'm sorry it took a long time, but I'm here now. I'm here. I'm sorry I'm getting all these text messages because my sister passed and we're in a family group chat. So with Med-Surg, aka Adult Health 1 clinicals, you are more hands-on in this clinical. So I did fundamentals, patient care, and I was at a nursing home, and then my Med-Surg Adult Health was at a hospital. So with fundamentals, we weren't as hands-on. We did vital signs. We just kind of got to see how like the daily routine of everything was, and we did a whole bunch of care plans. So your first clinical is always going to be boring as far as what I heard, but it was interesting. It was cool because we got to interact with the clients at the nursing home, and they were really good. They were really sweet. I got to feed patients. I got to take their vital signs. I got to talk to them. I got to meet some of their family members. I got to see like what it is to live in a nursing home. So that was really good, and I do appreciate that experience. But compared to adult health 1, and we're at a hospital, that is where the fun is. That's the only reason why I would say like a fundamental patient care was okay, but adult health 1 was cool. Like we got to do, you really feel like you're in, like I keep saying like nursing, like you're a nurse. You don't have full control, but you get to do a lot more, is what I'm saying. So I wrote some key points down that I wanted to make sure I touched on. I said that we're more hands-on, so you're able to do vitals, give medication, check on your patient, sit in on like the conversation that they have with their providers. Like you're even able to go in there some rotations, I don't know if it goes across the board, but where I was at, we were able to log into their Epic, and like document. It was just vital signs, but we got to document vital signs, so I guess that's pretty cool. So every rotation that we have, we came in and it was probably about 6:30 in the morning. It was 6:30 in the morning, and then huddle was around 7 o'clock. So you'll huddle, you're able to do the morning huddle with all the other nurses, and then the charge nurse is basically the one who's like over the huddle. She's speaking. She's telling us what's going on the floor, what to expect. She's giving people like certain like specific things to focus on their patient, whatever. And then everybody breaks for the day. Then we get to doing vitals. You do your vitals, you do your blood glucose checks, and then you give out medications, your morning medications. So that was fun to actually do medications, y'all. We got to get medication. I know. It was a big thing for us, me and my clinical group. It literally, it reminded me of, what is it, Grey's Anatomy? You know how they all run to go do something? I'll show you after and click. But you got to give meds. So one thing I wanted to talk about with giving medications at your clinical rotations are, you need to know the brand name and why you are giving these meds. Example, I went to a patient's room and I had like 5 different meds to give, and I was calling them by their generic name, you know, but the patient didn't know the generic name. They knew the brand names. And then to even take it a step further, they asked me why are they getting it. And it's like, if you're okay, I'm good at pharm, but I'm not like on the spot good. Like, give me some time to think about it. But when you're in the patient's room, you don't really have that time. They're looking at you like. So you need to know why you're giving the meds. So before you even come into the patient's room, you need to know the brand name of the meds. You need to know why you're giving them it. And you need to even go a step further of knowing like what kind of side effects they may have. Because they might ask you. Some may just take the meds and just go with it and they'll be fine. But some people will ask you, why am I taking this? Why am I taking this med? And you need to be able to say, hey, it's called patient education. You need to be able to educate your patient on, okay, I'm giving you Lovenox. The brand name is Lovenox. And that's an anticoagulant to help you from getting DVTs, clots. And everybody knows that a DVT is serious, you know, pulmonary embolism, you know, okay. So you need to be able to tell them that, like, okay. And then you also need to tell them, like, hey, if they ask, these are the side effects. They might, okay, what are the side effects for it? You need to be able to tell them, okay, this is the side effect for it. So know the brand names, because a lot of people aren't in the medical field, so they don't know the generic name. They know the brand name. They know when they go into the store, this is what the brand name is called. This is what it's called. This is what they're being sold. So, and with that, you also need to ask. Okay, here's the story time. I went into the patient's room and I was getting ready to, I was so sure, I was so confident, y'all. Scan their badge, scan their medication. Check, you know, I did my checks, my 3 checks. And then I opened, it was a pill, PO. So I opened it and she was like, oh, I don't want that. I'm not taking that. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I just opened it and it was like, okay. But what it was, I didn't ask her if are these medications okay? Or are you okay? I didn't get consent. There you go. I didn't get the, oh, I'm giving you this medication. These are the medications that are ordered for you. Is that okay? Are you okay with taking them? I didn't do that. And she said no. So you need to be able to you need to ask your patient, like, hey, I'm giving you these medications. Is it okay? If they say yes, go ahead, proceed. If they say no, because what I had to do, now I have to discard that, you know, throw the medication away. And that's wasteful. You don't want to be wasteful. And I'm not sure what happens to the medication, like once I, you know, as far as like payment and stuff like that, but I had to throw it away. And I just felt so bad, and I felt it was a lot of moments in this rotation that I felt embarrassed, and I was like, but it's okay, it's you're here to learn, which is good. But I learned that I need to know the brand name, I need to know why I'm giving the med, and I also need to know some side effects, because they might ask, and I need to get consent to ask to see if my patient actually wants to take these medications. Some people would not even ask any of those questions. They just know, I don't feel good, and this is what the doctor ordered, and I'm going to take it because it's supposed to make me feel good. But you will have those patients that are like, what is that for? So you need to be able to tell them that. And if they refuse, it's in their right to refuse, and it's okay. And I had a patient refuse, and I felt like, because I'm learning, and I'm learning, like, okay, this is what this is for. I know it's a prophylactic, and you don't want, if it, but I had to get comfortable with patients refusing. And at first it was kind of hard, because I'm like, oh, I don't want nothing to happen to you. But you have to allow people to make their own decisions and be comfortable with making their own decisions. You're here to help. You're not here to force anybody to do anything. So, another lesson I learned, and I want to pass it on to you guys, was have all your supplies before you go into the patient's room. I had a lot of patients that were getting an IV, and they were getting an IV pump. They were getting medication through a pump. And I'm new to pumps, and honestly, I feel like I'm good, because I done started so many pumps. I started so many pumps. So my first time starting a pump, I was not prepared. So my clinical instructor came in with me, right? We explained what was going on. And I appreciate her. Like, you have to appreciate your clinical instructors when they sit back and they allow you to make certain mistakes, not harmful to the patient. It's not going to harm the patient, but certain mistakes that's like, I will always remember that, right? It's lovely. I love my clinical instructor this session, even last session, but this session. So I went into the patient's room, and I'm hooking them up to the IV pump. And mind you, he was like a C. diff. I had a C. diff patient. So I'm hooking him up, because I got to give him some antibiotics or whatever. And I come in the room, and we have access to the Epic, but you need your Epic username and stuff. I don't know it by heart, and I have it on a piece of paper. So I have to run out the room and go get my piece of paper that has my Epic stuff, so I can like scan the client in, do my 3 checks. And then I go in, and so I go get my paper, and I come back. Then she's like, okay, do you have your alcohol swabs? Because you need your alcohol, right? I didn't have it. Had to run out. Do you have your tube? Had to run out. At this point, I had ran out 4 times out this patient's room. And it's like, it's the craziest. It's like, oh, I know I look stupid. I know I look stupid. So I ran out so many times in the patient's room. And I heard my clinical instructor explain to the patient, yeah, she's a student, she's learning, and she basically told me, she said, you need to have all your supplies, everything that you need for, like, she didn't say it in front of me, but she waited until we were done. She told me, you need to have everything you need for your patient, like whatever you're about to do with your patient, you need to have it with you. So you're not in and out the patient's room, you're not in and out the patient's room, you're not in and out the patient's room, because that becomes annoying. And if a patient is not feeling well, that is extremely annoying for you to be going in and out the room. So what I'm telling you is, have all your supplies ready. If you're going in there to start an IV, have everything ready. If you're going in there to give them medication, know what you need to know, have everything ready. If you're going in there to start an IV pump, have everything ready for that IV pen. If you're going in there to do wound care, have everything you need for whatever task you're trying to complete for your patient ready. So you're not going in and out, because I'm telling you, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed, y'all. I was embarrassed. Okay, so what I liked about clinicals was I truly understood, and I feel like this was the first time I was like, okay, I know I want to be a nurse, but I know I want to be a nurse. I truly loved the fact that I was taking care of people. Like, I was literally, okay, you have this going on with you, and I'm able to like identify certain things within your chart because I know what your labs look like. I know, okay, this is low, this is high, this is the, and I know, hey, you're about to get ordered antibiotics. Before even getting the order of antibiotics, I know that. I love that. I love being able to talk to my patient that was refusing medication and understanding why they weren't trying to take certain medications. I love the fact that I'm meeting different people every day. I love that. This is what I loved about my clinical rotation, is the fact that I fell in love with wanting to become a nurse. Like, I love that. And I don't know, like, I don't want to get emotional because I got my makeup done, but I just love that I was able to help people and I was able to meet different people. And you just see, like, the world in different ways. Like, it's not as small. It's really big. It's so many people, different personalities, everybody. Like, what I didn't like about clinicals, early morning, y'all. It was so early. It was so early. I did not like being up early. But, you know, you kind of get used to it. For me, I didn't like getting up early. But when I got up, I was like, I love my clinical professor so much. My instructor so much. It was like, I can't wait to see her. I can't wait to see my classmates because we have so much fun at clinicals. What I didn't like was, it wasn't really nothing I didn't like. There wasn't anything I didn't like about clinicals. This clinical was fun. I really did enjoy myself in this clinical rotation. Right now, I'm in adult health too, so I'll take my, I did my first quiz for adult health 2. I got a 19.5, and I did my Med-Cal. I got a 20 out of 20. But I take my first, I go to my first clinical tomorrow, which is cool. I don't really have nothing I didn't like. My advice to you guys is to have fun. Take it as a learning experience. I would say to come with your laptop, come with your stethoscope, come with your pen light, come with your, it's like a little mini notepad that you can write things on if you need to. Some hospitals may not. We have phones, so we were able, I didn't really need the notepad because I have the hospital phone to go through, like I could see the patient's chart. But if you don't have that, get a notepad. I didn't really see the need for a clipboard, like the little clipboards, but it all depends on what school you go to and what's going on. Like, I've only been to one hospital. I'll be able to tell you more because I'm going to another one. But I really enjoyed my experience so far at the nursing home and the hospital. Like, I loved it. Like, I know I want to be a nurse. And I feel like when you go to clinicals, you really will understand, like, okay, this is why I'm here. This is what I'm doing it for. What else can I give you guys before I go? That's about it, y'all. I appreciate y'all for subscribing. I appreciate y'all for liking my videos. If you have anything you want me to do, like any information you want me to give out, comment below. Again, shout out to all the new grads, shout out to all the new students, shout out to all the people that are thinking about going to nursing school. I appreciate everybody that has come across my videos and showed me some love. Y'all, just keep your head up. And again, like I said earlier in the video, like, one thing my sister has taught me was to keep going, keep getting up, going, keep going. No matter what it is, keep going. A block, keep going, because at the end of the day, you're really showing God, the universe, whoever you believe in, that this is what you want. And I'm gonna keep going until I get what I want. So yes, it's hard. I do get sad sometimes because I'm like, I'm home. I can't really work like that. Like, I gotta focus on this. But at the end of the day, I know it's worth it, because you know why? I see my sister. I see my mom. I seen what going for your dreams and not giving up can get you. Like, just keep going. And I just want you guys to know that, if that can help you. But you know, y'all have a great day. Subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share, you know how y'all do. I appreciate it. So thank you so much. Love y'all.